How to win contract in Gauntlet on Battlefield 6 REDSEC. So this video is going to be showcasing how to consistently win on the contract game mode. So for this, I'm going to show you a full gameplay, talk through my thought process about the different things that I do throughout the game. So of course in this game mode, if you wipe an enemy squad, you get 15 points. And of course, if you are eliminated, then you will be out of the game. So that's the first thing. You don't want your full team to die. So everything that you do, you want to make sure you stay alive. That's the most important thing. Even more important than kills in certain situations. But off the start of the game, I think it's a good idea to actually be a little bit aggressive, get the first kill if you can. So don't feel like you need to kind of go backwards, stay alive from the spawn. Usually, all four of your teammates won't die at once. Hopefully, if you are solo queuing, your teammates won't be that bad and all die at once. So maybe the only time I would kind of be aggressive is probably at the start of the game by trying to get a power position, because the power positions are going to be very good for picking up lots of different kills. So as you can see here, I'm running towards the middle of the map, so then I have lots of different sight lines on where different people can be. It's much better than doing just going back into the corner. As you can see there, I managed to pick up an easy kill purely because I'm in one of the top positions in the middle of the map, and especially if you are one team versus another team without having it be like the 4 teams, 6 teams, or 8 teams, the other variations of this. That's very important as well by picking up those quick, easy kills. But, throughout these things here, I'm making sure I'm staying alive. That is extremely important. Trying to run away, maybe made a little bit of a mistake there, but making sure you don't die is also very important. Also, I kind of picked the wrong class at the start of this. I recommend for this game mode, the Recon class is actually the best one. So you can use other things potentially off your first respawn. However, I think the Recon class is much better because it gives you the opportunity of having the Recon drone and the motion sensor to be able to see enemies, because essentially this game mode is a little bit of a version of Team Deathmatch with the possibility of when you will die, then you will lose the game. But as you can see there, got very unlucky, somehow fell there. So try to stay alive. Don't make sure you just kill yourself there in terms of spawning out, and making sure you give yourself a good position so then your teammates can revive you, because you want to make sure that you don't die, because that's going to give points to the enemy team. So as you can see here, if it comes to just running back to the corner of the map to make sure you don't die, that is much better than giving the enemies a free kill there, especially if you're the last alive. As you can see on the team there, that is the most important thing. So as you can see here, this is the type of situation you want to get into. You want to use that Recon class, use the Recon drones to be able to pick out different enemies there. As you can see, I kind of showcase 3 different enemies on my teammates minimap there. So they're all at the top. So this is actually something which I wouldn't recommend doing, what the enemy team's doing here, because all it takes is one well-placed rocket or kind of an attack from my team to be able to take out 3 of them, and then they're kind of last alive, and then they all might die very quickly. So I recommend spreading out. Although if you are a team, then this is something which you may want to kind of spread yourselves out of the map. But most of you will probably be solo queuing, so just make sure you take it upon yourself to spread out yourself. As you can see here, I'm kind of just running away, make sure I'm by myself. In this game mode as well, you can just kind of be solo, pick off easy kills. That's especially good with the sniper rifle. As you can see here, something that I recommend doing, rotating around, trying to get a different angle, not bunching up with your team, because that's how you will get wiped, especially in the big squad games with 4, 6, or 8 teams. But of course as well in this situation here as the one-on-one. So what I'm trying to do here is get that power position, then trying to pick off some easy snipes. Looking around here, you do not need to get lots of kills in this. Potentially you might play a game and only get 2 or 3 kills. That's completely fine. It's just all about your KD. It's not trying to get 20 kills in a game. That will not be helpful. If the other team gets 21 kills, you will lose. So that's the kind of mindset that you are looking for this. Kind of if you are kind of a Call of Duty player in the past, potentially a little bit of search and destroy type of feel about it. But, trying to reposition myself around the map. I saw one of my teammates, because I'm solo queuing, trying to go after me. I'm trying to get away from him, but he keeps on trying to follow me around. But just trying to pick up the snipes here, not being greedy. As you can see, there might be better places for me to see more of the map, but I'd rather just see little pieces of the map and make sure I don't die. Because especially if you have a lead, the other team needs to be the aggressive player. That's why it's important at the start of the game you get those first kills, and then you can kind of be the one on the defense, not taking any risks. As you can see here, I'm playing very passive, and that's just generally how you kind of need to play Contract, is just be very passive, just go for the the easier kills rather than just trying to run around the map, etc. And also the most important thing is that look at the kill feed. If you see your teammates die, especially if it starts to get to 2 or 3 dead, you really do need to stay alive, even if it means just kind of running away, going to a corner, because it takes around about 10 seconds or so for them to respawn. And they will kind of need to spawn in themselves as well. It's not automatic respawn. So if one of your teammates are AFK or something like that, if you're playing solo queue, that is something to bear in mind too. But as you can see here, just in this position here, we are winning 14-12. So right now, utilizing the motion sensor, just having a look at that, one of the only entrances here, people coming up this ladder. With that motion sensor, you can see how big that is there. I saw there's 3 enemies. That's why this class is the most important one. Put your claymore down as well on your class too, so make sure you set your classes up for this. This is generally a really good one. Did go down here, but here's a really, really important thing. As you can see, I do go down, but if I do not die here, I do not full die, then the enemy team will not get a kill. And this is why I use this gameplay here, because as you can see, let's say for instance I bled out there, killed myself, they would have got an extra point and potentially could have won the game, but no, that didn't happen. I didn't die, we still got the points, we won the game, and that's really fundamentally what you want to think about. Stay alive, pick up kills, be passive, and you'll win your game of Contract. So leave a like on the video if it helped, and subscribe for more helpful videos like this one.